Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? This is Rees or Cub, and welcome back to our Tekkit Let's Play adventure. Now, if we look over here, you'll see that there's some things missing. Actually, I haven't completely finished the cleanup. I just, I love some of the pipes outside, and I haven't replaced the windows yet. I was in a bit of a rush to get recording, so I just kind of like went through here and tore everything up with the the fist. It's not a gauntlet, it's a power fist. I think it was called a gauntlet before though, and they changed the name. That's why I'm so confused. Yeah, granted, it wasn't the best work, but I'll clean it up later. We've got other things to do. Right now, as you guys may remember, we've always had this redstone energy cell here, which has been used to basically be the central of all power storage. Everything in this world that produces power has to go through this before it goes anywhere else. And that's just ridiculous. I mean, it's one energy cell. It doesn't hold a whole lot of energy. There's a lot of power being pumped into it, especially when you consider the fact we're about to activate a fission reactor. So, I moved the whole setup downstairs. Ta-da! So we've of course got these guys here. And I set them up in a straight line because I never noticed this, but you can actually just use your wrench. Where's my wrench? I don't know where my wrench is. But every time you try to put them side by side, they start like running into each other. I never thought about just using my wrench to turn them around. My little brother pointed that out to me, so yeah, we saved some space here. Liquid Tesseract doing the same thing it's always done, pulling in lava from the Nether. Pumps all the power into the power input over here where we have, oh, bones. Right, so monsters will spawn down here and then instantly die. Haven't figured that one out either, but I'm not going to complain about it. So it pumps into here, goes into these redstone energy cells, which are kind of filling up and kind of not. They then all go into here. This is sort of like the central cell, which then dumps them into the energy tesseract, which takes it to a whole bunch of different places like upstairs, the moon, that other world where we've got all of the quarries. It's a great setup. It works. I'm pretty happy with it. So, you know, I mean, I can't complain. And there's a pipe that goes out the back here. This is the power output section, and it kind of runs across the floor over to here, where our centrifuge has finished its work and has created 6 uranium for reading and 3 enriched uranium. Now, I don't know how it did that, since we only had 6 uranium in there in the first place. I just kind of plugged the power back in and let it roll, but I'm not going to complain about it either, because complaining just leads to oh, those scary noises. They get to me. So enriched uranium is what whoa, what's killing me? Right. Okay, I forget this every time. Darn it, we're gonna die. Let's get the uranium into the storage thing, because I completely forgot the next important thing we needed to do. Oh, get that stuff out of me. If we head over here, a couple people pointed this out in the comments. Radiation shielding, must be on every piece of the armor. We're gonna need some basic plating, so we need 3, 6, 9, 12, and then I don't guess you can put it on the fist. So we need 12 basic plating, which is going to look something like this, which means we're going to need 12 gears. Okay. Should have plenty. And I do. Okay, so there's the 12 of those. And next step, we want to create 12 of these. And I'm sure I might actually have some of these already made, but I've already done this, so what's the point? It's too late now. So we want to add our shielding, install. Install. So let's head down there and see if this actually works now. If it does, we should survive. Perfect! So we can just throw this stuff in our inventory and not worry about getting horribly killed. Now, there's a difference between the breeding and the standard uranium. Let me pull them all out. From what I gathered on the wiki, apparently you can use breeding uranium in a certain machine to recharge enriched uranium cells. Not sure how to do that, though. Speaking of cells, not Kells, cells, we need to build I think it's a deuterium cell for what we're about to do. Pause. Hi guys, just wanted to get in here and let you know that that is not the one we're gonna want to use. Okay, you can keep watching now. And so empty cells, just gonna be some tin and some glass. Pretty straightforward stuff. Oh, do we get any more uranium? No more uranium ore. Okay. So, right, let's go ahead and build this. What am I missing? Glass? I don't have any glass. What do you mean I don't have any glass? Do I have any? Okay, well, there we go. We got some glass now. That was pretty straightforward. All right, we got 16 of these bad boys. And in order to make one deuterium cell, we're not going to get a recipe for that. It's not going to show it to us. Oh boy. Let's see if we can just figure it out. Maybe if we surround it? No? No. Maybe we got to put it in a machine. Well, we'll worry about it later. We have another thing to worry about right now, and that's actually building the reactor itself. So we've got to get a setup started. And I'm figuring we'll just build it kind of off to the side, maybe back over here. And we're going to need some building materials. So let's fly up. And I suppose if we have any large white stone bricks left, we'll probably just build it out of that. And that seems to be the way we build things around here. And we got plenty. We're also going to need some water. 1 bucket. I wish I had 2. Now, I've seen a couple different ways you can build this thing. And I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to go with just yet, but... You know, on second thought, it's going to be really hard to build this thing without actually having all of the parts to kind of work with and tinker with. So let's go do that first. And then we'll come down here when we have everything we need and start sticking it all together. Alright, so I guess the first thing we should actually build is the reactor, which is going to be the fission reactor, which is going to need 2 pistons and an empty cell, some advanced, a whole bunch of stuff. So pistons. Let's actually just pull the whole thing up and see what we're missing. So we got 2 pistons and we got the empty cell. We're going to need 4 steel plates. We should have some... Nope, we don't have hardly any steel left over, which means we're going to have to make some more. Might as well make a stack of it, since we seem to be using it a lot lately. So we'll throw that in there and let that get started. What else do we need besides the steel plates? The advanced circuits. We're just going to need basic circuits, which is, I'm going to guarantee you, yeah, we're going to be out of copper wire as well, but we're also going to be out of let's make a few of those. Maybe 8, 9, because that's all we can make, and we'll be out of bronze. And then let's open it back up. And let's see, how many of these do we need? We're going to need 2 advanced circuits times 2 basic circuits, so 4 of these. And we only have enough for 1. Okay, well, we have 1. I guess the next step is to build more wires. Aw, jeez. I'll have to... Gotta go get wool again now. There we go. We'll max out with 18 string. Fantastic. And how many more of these bad boys will that get us? 4. Well, that's all we needed, so it doesn't matter how much more we can make. Yay! Then we'll need to build the... Okay, looks like we got it all. Let's throw it in there. Yep, there's our 2 advanced circuits. Fantastic. And what does that leave? Steel plates? Yes, we still need the steel plates. So the 3 of those. All of this together. Fission reactor. Great. Alright, so that's one thing out of the way. Thought I heard footsteps there for a second. Alright, next up we need to build some turbines. Let's just go ahead and build maybe a few for now. Oh, there they are. Okay, so more bronze plates and a piston. Alright, I've got a feeling we're going to need more pistons. Let's just go ahead and we'll have the machine craft about 5 of them. Now we'll have to do something. We need to make more steel. Or more bronze. 3 stacks of copper. 1 stack of tin. In the induction smelter. And of course I can't actually put 3 stacks of copper in there at the moment, but this machine does move pretty fast. I don't really want to stand here though. So we can make 1, and then we'll be out of plates. So we made 2. That's not ideal, but that's enough to kind of get us rolling. So we've got, let's see, the reactor turbines and the fission reactor. What next do we need? Oh! Why can I not type? My keyboard isn't centered, so my typing's all off. There we go. We're going to need a thermometer, which is just a bunch of steel ingots, and a handheld thermometer, which is a basic circuit, which is, oh boy. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing crafted. So starting from the basic circuits, all right. Moving up to this thing here, moving up to, boom. Okay, our thermometer is completed. So we've got that out of the way now. Okay, next I think we need to find a control rod. There it is right there, so let's pull that recipe up. Wow, couldn't get any easier than that. Got our control rod. We're gonna need a sticky piston. Didn't think about that. Do I have any sticky stuff? Slime? Yes, I do. Okay, great. So slime. Oh, and I already have some sticky pistons, so never mind. Alright, we got that. We're gonna need some redstone. And I think that might actually be all that we need for right now. I said hopefully. Okay, so let's go see if I can... Oh, you know what? Grab some glass while we're down here. Might be useful. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. So we've got our sticky pistons, control rod, a fission reactor, a thermometer, some turbines. We'll need more though. And this ought to work. Yeah, I'm going to need more glass. Woo! There we go. Alright, so this ought to finish it up. So I'm going to build this thing about 2 high. Like so. Okay. Now that I look at this, I think I actually need to be a block higher. I guess I can just take out the floor though. I mean, it is going to bother me that the floor underneath it is not going to be large white stone bricks, but I think I will get over it. Oh, who am I kidding? No, I won't. Okay. There we go. And I did not mean to put that there. So, dead center, right about here, I guess, is where we need to put down our fission reactor. So there's that done. What are you doing over here? Go away. This is not your corner you're supposed to be jumping in. Go to your corner. Alright, that's in there. Wow, they are just coming over here in droves, aren't they? Okay, you... Oh, wow. Yeah, that just happened. Okay, so thermometer. Next. We'll... Oh, didn't mean to do that. I guess we'll throw it in over here on this side of the machine. I don't see how that could be a problem in any way. So we've got our fission reactor and our thermometer. Oh gee. Okay, you know what? I did forget one thing, and that is something that's going to make this job a whole lot easier. So in all the videos I watched, most people just use redstone. But in one tutorial I watched, some guy came up with the idea of using, there it is, red net cable. And that just seemed pretty brilliant to me. So I'm going to have to go through here and actually build... Okay, raw rubber. I think I should have lots of that just gathered from around the world and never used. 4 pieces of it. Not exactly a lot. Darn it. I've got to smelt it. Alright, well, let's just see what we got going here. We'll throw it in there, and that will give us... There we go, 4 rubber bars. Okay, so there's a start, at least. And then we smelt the rubber bars into raw plastic. We're not going to have enough. I don't know if y'all have noticed this yet. And we have enough for 4 plastic sheets. No, 8 plastic sheets. Which is going to be enough for... Oh, look, we're actually going to be able to make some of these. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh, that's great. So we have 4 of them, or 8 of them. That should be plenty. And we're going to do... Fly back down here and break a hole right in the side here. I think that's the direction we're going to run our cables through. Although, why do I need to do that? Can't I just... Well, here, the first thing we gotta do is dig this hole out. And we're gonna put our sticky piston in there. With our control rod right on top of that. And what the control rod does is when the control rod hits the fission reactor... Well, I'll explain it all here in a minute. Now, couldn't I, in theory, connect it just directly by just kind of digging a hole? Filling this in, and then... I've never used red net cable before, so I don't really know a lot about it, but something tells me that this will probably... Yeah, that works. Look at that. And think we need to shift... No, that didn't work at all. Get that off there. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I think shift right-click, yes, will lower the temperature at which this thing will activate. We're going to lower it to safe side, I guess. We'll go to 17 for now. Okay, so far so good. I don't know why I broke a hole in the side of this thing. Don't think it was necessary. Actually, now that I look at this thing, I think I made it a bit too wide, but I don't see that being too much of a problem. Okay, now I have a couple options here. The very next thing we got to do is flood this thing with water, which is going to take some time. I think I might just go ahead and create an infinite source right here. Alright, I'm actually going to fill in the bottom here. Like so. So that we get some infinite blocks made. And hopefully this all turns into one solid... almost, except for right there. Alright, well... looks like I missed a block there, maybe? Get me out of here. Oh, right there. Right. There we go. And so that makes it solid now, and let's get those blocks out of there. Now, we do have a couple of options at this point. We can either go standard reactor, which will, if I'm not mistaken, all we got to do is put the turbines, the 2 turbines that we have, on top here and activate the fission reactor, which we will need a hole in the side to get access to it. So I guess that's what that hole would be for, if I had remembered to make one. Now, there's another way. And it's a way that has the potential to create a lot more power, and that is to use these things called steam funnels to funnel the steam up and then direct it into like series of turbines off to the side. Now that's kind of more of an advanced thing that I'm not too sure I want to do right now. Oh heck, you know what? They're cheap and we might as well do it. So let's go upstairs real quick, and there's also, we're going to need some more liquid ducts for this to work. Do I have any of those left? I got 13 left. I think that's just enough. Steam funnels, let's see. How many, is that thing like 5 by 5? I can't remember. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 by 5. So we actually don't have enough liquid ducts. We're going to have to make some more of those. Let's get these things built first, though. And we're going to need... Oh gosh, I did not mean to do that. Darn, that's a lot of iron wasted. Okay, well... oh well. It's been done. Maybe we'll find a use for them later. Liquid ducts we're gonna need to build as well. Need to have at least 25 of them. So let's head downstairs and we'll string this together. Now liquid ducts, I've been told, have to be powered in order to work. Sometimes I've gotten them to work without being powered. Other times I've not, so I guess we'll find out. But let's see, funnels. Just going to cover the entire top of this thing, and what's going to happen is, well, again, I guess I'll just, for those of you who don't know what's happening, I'll walk you through it all when it's done. But there's that, and then we're going to need the liquid ducts. Okay. And of course we need to be taking things out, so where's the wrench? There we go. And I don't know why I haven't put just a wrench in the power glove yet. But let's see. So steam's going to be coming up and out. And we're going to have to do that to every single one of these. Now I guess if we wanted to keep these things powered, one thing we could do is use red net cables on them. I can go make some more of those. Oh, right, except for the fact I don't have any more rubber. That's gonna be a problem. Is there a different way to get rubber? I guess I could go on the hunt for more rubber. Do I have a rubber tree, though? Oh, I do have a couple of rubber saplings and some rubber wood. Can I do anything useful with said rubber wood? Can I, like, extract it into something besides jungle wood? Well, okay, I can use it to burn things. Not helpful. Let's grab some bone meal. There we go. We'll head out with the bone meal and the trees, and we'll see what we can do. Whee! Right? How does one go about getting rubber off of this? I don't even know. There's no tree tap. It's not like the good old days of certain other mods. Oh, there we go. So that works. I need to get a better axe though, because this thing is just slow. Plus, it doesn't work with tree capacitor, so... Oh no, these trees are just slow to cut down. Look at that. I just wasted 3 diamonds to learn that this tree takes a long time to break. But it worked with tree capacitor that time, so I'm okay with it. That gave us quite a bit of... Oh, wait, no. Maybe they updated the newest version of tree capacitor, which does that. Ugh, joy. Let's plant the rest of these saplings we got, so that we can grow some more of this stuff, because I got a feeling we're going to need a lot of it as the series progresses. I've decided to go ahead and make a few more liquiducts so that we don't have to have all this stuff like squished up next to each other. So 6, and we'll throw those in there. We'll grab a few more liquiducts. We ought to be set to go now, so if we fly back down here, this should be the... Oh gosh, get away from here! Oh right, they don't blow up here. Oh, you know what? No, actually, I think we have to go back up there, because I don't believe I have enough red net cable. I was wrong. My mistake. We're going to need 2 more, or 4 more. Yeah, 4 more. And there we go. So hopefully that will be all that we need to get this thing rolling, except for we will need a way to power these. Darn it. I got to have a switch, or a lever. I think I can do that down here, though. If I could ever get that recipe correct. There we go. We'll just throw it over here and turn it on, and that should keep all of these activated. I know they don't look connected, but I think they will be. So, all of that's good to go. I guess the next step would be to run the liquiducts out this direction, maybe? And then hook on our turbines. We'll just go ahead and put them to either side like that. And then run the power from them into a storage device. Didn't mean to do that. Can I interface with these? No. I've got to have a storage device, though, so I need some more energy conduits, and I should have plenty left over after sweeping upstairs. And for the sake of just knowing how well this thing is doing, I brought a little... Let's get rid of that on the end. What just happened? Why did that turn into a steam funnel? That's not supposed to happen. I want this thing right there. There we go. A empty energy cell for us to run the power into, just so we can see how well it does. And of course we'll use the conduits for that. Like so. You need to come off. You two need to be switched. Okay. So when we put our cells in there, it should... Oh, speaking of which, we actually got to have a way to put the cells in there. So I guess we'll do that right here. This is as good a place as any to create our little workstation in. Except for the fact that there is that there, so that won't work. We'll do it at the front here. There we go. And let's fix the floor there so it looks nice. Slime, be gone. Slime, go away. So now we just need to get our fuel cell in there and get this thing powered up and see if it actually works. That would be fun.